And, okay. And it looks like the game is Monster Bash. So Ackley will be going second. All right, so Monster Bash.
See, I picked Monster Bash, man. Any of these fools want to take me a Monster Bash, I'm about to take this shit down. Can I swear on this thing? I want to swear so bad.
You can swear.
All you people on the East Coast, man, I'll see you replay FX next year. I'm going to take you down in Pittsburgh.
All right. Now that we've lost all our East Coast viewers, all 0 of them anyway, here we go. We're just putting the camera on Monster Bash. You want to talk for a second? Okay, I got Aaron Maccabee back in the booth with me. Oh, man. So who's your favorite to win it all tonight? Let's.
I'm not going to answer. I am not going to answer that.
No?
Because, I'm making statements of how much... You know, I knew I wasn't going to get far, but I'm happy with not having to do the wild card. So that's a victory in itself. I would say Nigel, but he didn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, man, if he had made it through the wild card, I think he would have gone a long way today. So.
Yeah, he is exquisite at when the ball's getting anywhere near the out drain. He
makes some good saves,
yes.
And I see that a lot. You know, I play with him quite a bit. I mean, I play more tournaments than pretty much anyone else in the world, other than maybe Trent Augustine. You know, I play weekly tournaments. We have like 3 weekly tournaments in Seattle, a bar league, a monthly tournament, other tournaments as well. I travel for tournaments. I mean,
yeah, you just came back from Vancouver, right?
Yeah, I played a tournament there, and I think I've played, like 80 tournaments in Washington this year alone. So, and then, you know, more tournaments than that, obviously. So I played good 100-something this year. So.
Also, you should really YouTube Kevin and Tetris. Kevin came into the field, and everybody knew him as the Tetris kid or the Tetris guy.
Yeah.
And then
I was kidded. I was little back then. I was 18?
16?
I don't know. Whatever, 17.
He walked through, and he played a game, SPL tournament game on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody raised their eyebrows and went, where did this guy come from? You know, and you were no longer the Tetris guy. You were the guy to avoid in tournament play.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot. Whatever. It's fun.
So they're playing Monster Bash. What is your where would you concentrate your shots in on this Monster Bash? Oh, no, you haven't played it yet.
Monster Bash? No. But okay. I know where I would concentrate my shots on any Monster Bash.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably... Well, I mean, the way I play Monster Bash in tournament play, if you're playing with competent players, you are going to need a bash to win. Like, you need to get to bash. I mean, you know the rules of Monster Bash, right?
Yes.
Yes, you need to get to Monster Bash. There's no question. If you want to take first, that's something you need to do. So, balls 1 and 2, I'll be spending my time lighting, but not starting all of the monster modes. I'll try and light as much as I can on ball 1 and 2. Maybe even on ball 1 and 2, ball 2, I'll bail out. Ball 1, I'll spend my time lighting them, but I will intentionally not start them.
Mm-hmm.
Then ball 2, I'll make sure that my Frankenstein multi is ready. So bash on the target until I get there. And then start as many modes as possible. When I start getting scared, pull the trigger, start my Frankenstein multi, and try and finish as many modes as you can in that, because if you do finish them all, mode timers all stop during Frankenstein multi.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got your modes started.
Actually, I'm just saying, I'm, like I said it before, I'm organic, so I'm just going to nod my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
camera up,
Super.
so let's go over to the game. So, you start your modes, maybe flail around and finish as many of them as you can during the multi-ball. Get some hits on Frank as well for some good jackpot points.
Look at that beautiful color DMD.
Yeah, that really looks nice.
Why doesn't Stern put those out with the new machines?
They don't have to. They got basically no competition other than Jersey Jack.
Well,
so.
we won't get into that.
But they at their price point, they have no competition. So. So just try and start all the modes so that Monster Bash is lit. because that is really such a high-scoring mode. Monsters of Rock is even better, but that requires you to finish all 6 of the monster modes, and that's. I mean, I don't want to say it's very tough to do because it's not. It's quite doable actually, but in tournament play, maybe it's not the best strategy. So.
This is a incredibly well-known game. Everybody pretty much, along with, I think, up there with Medieval Madness.
Yeah, this Medieval Madness and
Attack from
AFM.
Mars.
There was a period where I don't know what year it was. What was it? 1995, 6, 7?
Before my
Williams
time.
released 3 games back to back, basically, with the same development team. Lyman Sheets worked on the code on all 3 of these games. I don't know if Brian Eddy did the playfield for Monster Bash. I know he did for. Or he didn't do the playfield for. I don't know who did the playfield for Medieval. Anyway, basically these 3 games play very similarly to each other. Medieval, AFM, and Monster Bash. I mean, the rules are actually quite different, but you can tell that there's some kind of similarity between all 3 of them. Really? No, we have all that shit turned on. You going? All right, so. And I've turned the game volume down, so you have to. That one. Just do it to what sounds good to you. Yeah.
All right. We got 18 whole viewers. Thanks, guys.
I think, yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, if you are enjoying what you're watching, or even if you're not enjoying it, and just let someone know, haha, these guys really suck. You should take a look. Just let them know. Spread the word, We'll only get better by practicing this.
Jarrett, the Monster Bash is also Rod's.
It is not from John John's.
It's a different one from John John's. It's not from John John's. It's a completely different Monster Bash.
Nick 666. His high score initials are Sin. He always puts up Sin as his high score initials. I like it.
He's a kooky dude.
Cookie is the word I might use.
I tell all my friends you suck.
Well, that's that's just very wonderful.
He has 2, yes. Yes, he has 2 Monster Bashes, and this one is with a brand new playfield. So it's like minty.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Jarrett, Rod has the Star Wars Episode 1 here. You should come down. Oh, sorry, someone asked what round is this? Oh, someone already answered. Okay. Hi from France. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. We got some people going all the way around. I think some guy earlier was saying this from Sweden.
All right, let's crank up the volume for the music here.
All right, let's see what Nicholas does here at the start of his ball. Just a little. Okay. All right, so let's see. Nicholas has played this game a lot. He knows what he's doing.
All right, so Skill Shot will give him a silver bullet, which can be used during the Wolfman hurry-up mode to instantly spot a shot.
Yeah, like a smart bomb or a Martian bomb or whatever you want to call
Dude,
it.
this thing is playing fast.
And this, you'll notice the outlane posts are completely removed, and the inlane post has no rubber on it. I mean, if you miss a shot in this, like that, if you miss a shot, your ball is gone. The Monster Bash is an infamously slowly playing game, but we have made some adjustments to make it pretty tough. So not really anything going on for Nicholas on that ball. So it'll be interesting to see how people play. Ackley's getting prepared. Ackley is also another great Seattle player. He's been playing for a long time. He puts up some crazy scores. Doesn't travel a whole lot to tournaments, but he's definitely good and do well. So,
all right,
and no ball save either. So,
yeah, frightening.
Yeah, especially. Oh, that's gone.
Yes.
That is gone. Sorry, Ackley. Okay, TNT, Tim Tournay. He's dynamite. Yeah, Steve Ackley, infamous for making very good chip dip at our local league events.
All right, Tim Tournay, the man on fire.
Yeah, you know, great player. Set the world on fire at Pinferno in New York and moved to Seattle and been killing it ever since. Oh, sure. That kick out is pretty nasty. I heard a feed from the upper the lane guide is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And that's a tilt. So the tilt is tight. I mean, nothing is going on here.
It's like whoever can shoot the most mosh pits is going to win this game.
I don't even think that. I think maybe we'll see one player will get Frank multi-ball, and that's it. I mean, this is playing real hard. I mean, it's not unfair, because here's the deal. If you make your shots and you don't miss, they all return to the flipper. So, you know.
The only exception, of course, is Frankenstein, which is the most valuable shot.
Yeah, and even then, I don't find that I drain a lot from Frank hits.
No, it doesn't. You rarely get the straight out.
Well, if you flip it from the right flipper, maybe you do. But I'll put it this way. There are ways that you can hit that shot and not have it drain. So it's not that dangerous.
Scientists are working on those ways to figure out the best.
We've got top men working on it.
Got top men working on it right now. Top men.
Yeah, and the orbits, as Jared points out, those are pretty dangerous too on here. Especially that feed from the right return is just like hits the sling and you're done. So, all right, Nicholas with a commanding lead of like 500,000 points.
All right, let's actually see someone play here.
Ball to the flipper.
Okay.
Shoots the orbit. You know, without trapping up a lot, I mean, this game is going to be pretty much unplayable for people.
There we go. He got a Frankenstein hit there. That was a nice tip pass. He held up the right flipper and it sort of slowed it down.
Almost a free shot into creature there.
Is this set on?
This is on tournament mode, so you are
tournament.
not getting any spots from the...
Wow, that was a ballsy no flip there.
Yeah, that was nice.
Worked out.
That's good to know that works.
Wow, these are some actually pretty good points, like 250K for shooting the orbit.
Okay, and that's the Wolfman mode started. Full Moon Fever. He has to shoot the orbit 4 times for some points. But I think he also had a silver bullet, right? So he can... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I've got Kaylee George with me here. Legendary pinball player. Legendary. So this is our situation.
I like to play with balls.
Yes, Kaylee likes to play with balls. Okay, so Nick finished. Yeah, he finished Full Moon Fever. So let's see what he's going for now. He still needs 5 hits to Frank for multi-ball. 4. Oh, no, never mind. He had it late. I can't see, apparently. Okay. So he started his Frank multi-ball. He started his Frank multi-ball without any modes running. So not going to make any progress on those.
He's so pissed.
But, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, the way the other people's balls have been going, there's some serious points out of that multi-ball anyway, just on its own. So.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll have an epic run of Frank keyboards here.
Yeah. Ooh, no keyboard.
If only he had Bashlet. There's a great little exploit to bring Frank multi-ball into
Really?
Monster Bash.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta learn these things.
Yeah, then when you start Rock, you have like 15 keyboards. Great.
Sweet. Okay, we got some little on-the-fly playing here. So he just needs Bride and Creature left to get to Bash, which is kind of one of the mini-wizard modes of this game.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth going for Frank shots here.
No, definitely not. You don't need that keyboard. You need Bash. It's a 4-ball multi-ball, nice long ball save, 2 million a shot on anything in the game. So
I think that was a missed Bride that went left orbit.
he should be going for his Bride now. You know, he's... Oh, I was about to say he has 2 balls left, but nah, now he's got 1. So he's not too far away from Bash.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said you fucked up.
Okay, Steve Ackley is stepping up. I mean, these other players have nothing going on. So if you were in the situation, Kaylee, and you just saw that Nicholas is at 30 mil after 2 balls, he's played at least 1 Frank multi, what would you be going for right now?
It's less than 30 shots to Monsters of Rock, so that's what I would do.
Well, you heard it first from Papa
And
17 champion Kaylee George.
Pick off your bride,
Yep.
leave 1 left on the right ramp,
Yep.
shoot 3 left orbits, means you're 1 away from Wolfman, and start picking off your Draculas.
Yep.
We're going to carry them into Frankenstein. Then build up to 1 away on Creature. And you start Creature, start Bride, start Wolfman, start Frank. And then when you come out of that, you've got Mummy and Dracula lit. 1 shot in a scoop. Bash is lit. Everything's running. And then you take your Monsters of Rock.
And then you win. I just remember a long time ago,
It's that simple.
I just remember a long time ago, I was reading like a strategy guide when I was first learning how to play this game. At the time, I didn't know Kaylee at all, and like I just saw his strategy guide, and it's somewhere in the strategy guide it says something like, "After you've played 2 or 3 Monsters of Rock."
Yeah. Why not? Well, it's like, you ask Neil, like, hey Neil, how do you play Fishtails? And he'll be like, well, super jackpots are pretty valuable. That's his advice.
It's like, yep. So some players have the ability to just they can afford to think kind of the long-term goals because they get there almost every game. So, and there's also something to be said about making a run at a long goal. If you have that plan at the start of the game, you might find that it's actually not as hard to execute as you think it is if you stick to your plan. So.
Yeah, your biggest risk in Monster Bash going for really big points is Wolfman coming out of the pops and picking up your Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Your Dracula is usually going to happen just from incidental hits,
Yeah.
or you can do him at the same time as Frank. So,
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Aaron is slamming away on Drac there.
yeah, it's really not a game that is going to punish you for making shots.
And
So if you're doing something like shooting center loop for, mosh pits,
yeah.
it's the risk isn't much different than making all those shots I described earlier to go for a monster.
So I was gonna say, for that reason, you probably don't really go for mosh pit multi ever.
probably to a detriment.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played like games with 3 or 4 Monsters of Rocks and never had 1 mosh pit. So it's a shot that's not on my radar unless it's actually in the wizard mode.
I mean, sometimes if I blow my Frank or like bail out early with Frank and don't have all my modes running, I'll use mosh pit multi to stack with the modes, but it doesn't usually come up. But it can be pretty valuable, and it lasts a while because of all the add-a-balls too. So, all right,
Absolutely.
So Nicholas,
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. Nicholas is in a tight situation here. I mean, he's got a confident lead right now, but if any of the other players start their Frank multi or mosh pit multi, he's going to be in trouble. So. Oh, and a power drain for Nicholas there. Yeah, he maybe could have saved that one, but he didn't. So.
You got it? Yep.
Okay, Ackley's coming up. Again, him and Tim and Aaron really don't have a lot going on right now, so it's kind of a one-ball game for them. The one-ball game plan I would take personally is just get your 6 mosh pit hits out of the way and call it good. You can start mosh pit multi-ball by hitting that center spinner 6 times and then shooting the scoop. Oh, that's just rough. Drain out and don't tilt that because you might need that bonus. The way this game is going, Tim could finish under 2 million as well. So. Yeah, Tim is maybe a little nervous here, you know. Okay, got the skill shot. Oh, that power in lane. Nice. Don't tilt. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That was a great save. Great save. And if he tilted, he would have lost the point there. So that just saved a point for Tim Tournay, probably. I'm surprised he didn't shoot the spinner there. Because the spinner would have put him over Steve Ackley. Let's see if he goes for it now. He's going for that multi. He wants to take Nicholas down. But 30 million is hard to get in just one Frank multi.
It's hard, and he doesn't have any other of the monsters lit, which
But
means
you know
that
what?
he's not going to be able to bring any in. But
You know, you can get 30 mil. I think it's doable.
absolutely.
And if I was in a situation, only one hit away, even if there was a better strategy, I think I would end up doing what he's doing. So
He's also just going to be trying to put as many points as he can in front of Aaron, who's currently ahead of him. But remember, Aaron is going to be able to play after Tim, so Tim's going to want to put as big
Yes,
as
that's
points
true.
as he can.
that's true.
So in Frank multi-ball, he's shooting for Frank, trying to collect that collect that
keyboard.
organ at the same time.
Or organ or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, every mode, including the Frank multi, when you finish them, you get that corresponding monster's instrument. When you collect all 6 instruments, Monsters of Rock, the wizard mode of the game, is lit.
Yep, but as Kaylee was saying earlier, Monster Bash is probably going to be good for anyone right now in this game.
Yeah, and you get to Monster Bash by playing all 6 modes. You don't have to complete them, just play them.
Correct, which
So-
means that that's what you can do if you don't go ahead and bring any of your modes into Frank multi-ball or any of your other multi-balls. You can just go ahead and start the monsters and then start
Yep.
start your Monster Bash. But Tim's got the keyboard, and he's just going to continue and try and
Let's
crank
see
out
where
some
he's at.
jackpots and
He's
super
almost
jackpots.
at 30 mil now, I think, right? Oh, 20 mil.
20
There's
mil.
a
So he still has a
ball.
little bit of a grind, but remember, he got about 15 million of that in this multi-ball, which means if he's able to continue that momentum, he's able
There's a
to...
ball sitting in the creature saucer.
Ah, yes, ball in the creature saucer. So let's see if he tries to
Well, he
trap up,
drained
but-
anyway, so.
Oh well, so just wait for the balls. The ball hunt's probably gonna find it. So Tim is staying at the ready at the machine.
Yeah, it'll
getting
kick
ready
it
to
out.
kick it out when the ball hunt finds that. At 22 million points, he's gonna need something.
Okay, there we go.
Anything, and
And he has a chance to collect the keyboard
no,
if he
he's,
shoots
he's
Frank.
got the keyboard.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Looks like that was open because of the ball save, but he's gonna.
And
make
an
it.
outlane at 22.
Which means that Tim Tournay's best that he can do is second place in here.
But you
Aaron-
know what? That's not a bad situation
It's
to be in.
not a bad situation
because
at all.
Aaron still has a few hits with no ball save. It's going to be hard to get to either Mosh Pit or Frank Multi. So
I'm scared of the moon.
that's a rough drain. Yeah, he actually had Mosh Pit lit there. It did not. Okay, so Ackley comes out of that with 0 points. Aaron Garberding comes out with 1 point.
Aaron comes out with 1 point. Tim Tournay gets 2 points, and then Nicholas picks up the win for 4 points on this, the third round of the Seattle Pinball League 2014 Finals. This is the first game of the third round, so we're going to go ahead and continue on. It looks like I would expect that Aaron is going to be able to get the pick
No.
this time. Yeah. Okay,
I think
well,
Nicholas is going to pick again.
how many people advanced from the previous round to this round?
2, but I
2.
mean,
So I'm pretty sure the way that
Nicholas
it's
is
going.
top seed.
I understand, but I guess we're gonna find out. But it was my understanding that the 2 people who advanced were gonna go ahead and go back and forth picking between position.
Really?
That was my understanding. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and find out. Nicholas picks up the win. Tim Tournay gets second place. Aaron, third place. Steve Ackley picking up 4th place, but only in the first game of the third round of the 2014 Seattle Pinball League.
Okay, and it looks like we are going to Sea Witch. So,
Right, right.
'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know, the previous round. Right, right. 'Cause you know,
see if we can get that.
Done.
Yeah.
The second game is going to be Sea Witch. We've seen Sea Witch earlier in the day. It's beeping at us. It's a lot of fun. This is a solid state game. The goal of it is to, the goal of it is to knock around those drop targets that are around the play field. They're in different banks. A different bank is going to be lit at a particular time. And when you go ahead and knock down that bank, it's going to go ahead and increase your bonus multiplier, and that's where a lot of points come from in this game. It typically starts at the game. The center bank of 4 drop targets in the middle will be lit, and so that's something that you can shoot from actually all 4 flippers. There are 2 lower and 2 upper flippers. You can go ahead and take direct shots with either of the lower flippers, or you can go ahead and take a direct shot with the upper left flipper. You can graze it with the upper right flipper. And then also plenty of other drop target banks around there all over the play field once you collect that one and move on. Nicholas Polimente has 4 points. Tim Tournay, 2 points.
Polimenakos.
I've been messing people's names up all day. I'll mess anyone's name up. Yes. And Steve. Ackley at 0 points. Here we go.
Somebody walked in front of the camera and... otherwise, we'll be watching it in Blurrovision.
Camera's not focused. Just
It'll show up.
yeah, give it a sec. It should figure itself out.
There.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll hit the glass.
Let's go.
We'll see if we can...
No, I'd already done mine.
There's not many people here that
I know. We can see.
Do you have a way to focus it?
No. Not that I know of. When I put manual focus on, I didn't know how to focus it. So I just put it back on auto. Did it fix itself? It fixed itself.
Nah, really?
It did. See, I knew it would.
Does Sea Witch have this problem too?
I like to be difficult.
Nick, what do you think about the sound or season?
I don't know.
I think they need a new coach.
You can see the game.
All right, are we ready?
Awesome. What happened to the chat? Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. You're setting up the. You don't want.
Aaron playing his first ball of Sea Witch right now. As we were talking about earlier, we have the bonus multiplier light that's moving around the playfield. It's currently in the upper right set of drop targets that you can shoot from. You can shoot from the 2 left flippers or from probably. Oh, that looks like it. He went ahead and got it from the jet bouncing in. So now we have the center bank of 4 drop targets that are lit.
All right. Yeah. So Sea Witch. He's got to stay alive, basically. Want to go for the bonus X's. He's got one more up the center there. Oh, just missed it. Oh, he's. See, that's the thing about Sea Witch. You can use the upper flippers, but then that happens. So it's really a risk versus reward sort of thing. I mean, I probably would have done it.
Absolutely. It's a very fun game, but not your conventional layout. You know, a lot of the new games have pretty similar fan layouts where you're basically taking shots at all sorts of things along the playfield with the lower flippers. But in this game, you have your shots, including those drop targets in the upper right that are in the pops. And so, whether or not you go for the orbits, try and get into the pops and hit with the upper flippers.
So that was a pretty good ball one though. 200K.
Absolutely. And Steve Ackley does
Ackley.
Ackley.
Hey, does this thing have a skill
I think that's going to be my thing. Getting everyone's name wrong. Steve Ackley
Steve hamming it up.
points for that?
with on the second game.
Whoa, 5,000? I don't think there's a skill shot. So there isn't a skill shot. The skill shot is send it all the way around to the
I don't know how serious Steve is being.
Bash it into the targets.
There we go. Now he knows how to play Sea-Witch.
Is that why you're not in the finals, Don? Because you bash targets?
No, check it out. The skill shot is trying to get 3 of those targets down with 1 hit.
I think Steve might have had a little bit to drink today.
I know it's...
Yes, the Seattle Pinball League, a very fun group of all sorts of colorful characters. Steve Ackley, got that right? Yes? Steve Ackley starting his first ball in the second game of his round. He's got 3 of the 4 of the center bank of drop targets down.
Nice. See, there you go. Upper flipper to that last target and then into the pop. That was like a perfect shot.
And he's working on the lower left-hand bank right now.
Also, another thing that people usually don't go for, but is a thing in the game, every green light you hit next to those pop bumpers up in the, you just hit a bunch of them, it corresponds to a green light next to the spinner. So right now, if he shoots the spinner, it'll be worth whatever 3 lights worth of spinner points is. He's got that going for him.
Yeah, that's something that you see a lot in these older games, including we have Super Soccer in here as well as spinner, also very important in that game.
It looks like he also has the orbit lit up pretty nice, so if he would have made that orbit shot from the upper flipper, it probably would have given him a bonus. But the lower left drop targets, there it is. See, that gave him a good, some good points.
Yeah, that was a great shot with the upper right flipper there. He's back in the pops.
He's just kind of getting lots of points. 300K. He still needs the target on the left there, although he doesn't seem to be going for it too well, but it seems to be working out. Pass it over. See,
keep it in. I see what you were saying. You were suggesting that he hold up the flipper and let it bounce over. Instead, he's taking those on-the-fly shots. He's got it to the lower right flipper, and unfortunately, that on-the-fly shot wasn't able to make it into the drop targets.
I think he's just playing the game, man. He's just playing it as
Flipper jumping bullshit!
And he had some, I think that was flipper jumping bullshit right there to end Steve Ackley's first ball at
400K. So according to the pattern, Tim Tournay is due for an 800K ball.
Our multiplicative pinball here.
It could also be 600,000, depending on whether we're linear or exponential. I guess.
Exactly.
Let's ask him, dude, because he asked me. Oh, that was... He asked me that I said third. I said third, he asked me.
Continuing, Tim Tournay is up next.
Oh, my... Yeah, played so long, my score's so small. What do you want to do, Tim?
Played so long, my score so small. Yep. Like I said, a colorful cast of characters, as people were saying earlier. They really enjoy the Seattle Pinball League.
Nick says that he told me that he wanted to go third.
Yeah, I said it, but
He's going to this.
okay.
I just want to make sure you knew that you were ahead of Tim.
Well, you guys disqualified no win. Well, I was making sure because I didn't want him to punch. That's why, just in case.
Slight misstep. Looks like Nicholas has actually elected to go. Nicholas has elected to go third. Something you don't see players do very often. So he's up. I don't know what sound that was. Thanks for tuning in and bearing with us as we do our first live broadcast for the SPL Finals. So people might be wondering why Sea-Witch is not the best overhead view. Well, first of all, it was a little hard to get all the scores in a standard way, but mostly because the camera setup is on a rail, which goes the length of the room, and Sea-Witch is not on the same wall, so we had to turn the camera around and make it work. But you can see what's going on pretty well. Hey, there's the passover. That is what I was recommending Steve would do, and Nicholas was all on that. He just passed it over to the right flipper, was able to keep it going to where he wanted to shoot the ball.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good mix of games, including solid state, DMD, and electromechanical games, and they all play a little bit differently. This one, it has that ability where you hold up the left flipper and it can bounce right over.
There was a nice loop shot. I didn't know you could shoot that from the lower right flipper. That was an excellent shot by Nicholas. Yeah, don't even try. That was straight down the middle. All right, so Nicholas staying par for the course here with 200K. You got to feel good, at least you're playing a little bit. You're not getting housed. That can really hurt you.
Absolutely.
Hey, Aaron Bendixson in the house. Just stop by.
Tim Tournay's first ball, second game. Right off the bat, nails 3 of those drop targets. And unfortunately, right off the bat, a center drain straight down the middle. Currently, after ball 1, Steve Ackley is in first place, and we've got Aaron in second place, and we've got Nicholas in third place, and Tim Tournay in fourth place. After ball 1, we've still got 2 balls to go and plenty of time for anything to happen.
All right, I don't know what's going on with my mic stand. Oh, man. I'm going to close this door. We're right by the bathroom, and smell it. It smells like... Smell it, Matt?
I can, yes, but... All right, we got that covered.
Sorry, Matt is an actual radio star. He
No, no, not a star at all. But I was able to borrow some of this equipment that we're using to broadcast here. The first time the Seattle Pinball League has done both live broadcast and recordings, so we're very excited to be streaming live right now on Twitch TV and taking recordings that we're hoping to have online at the Seattle Pinball League website pretty quickly.
So that was one of those situations where you think you have it under control, and the right move was just to flip it away defensively.
Yeah.
That's something players will learn as time goes on, when to just flip it away. And
Rather
when
than
to
take little flips, and it ends up kind of where it did. He took a little flip with the right flipper, and it ended up just sort of sailing right down the middle. So
he ends the ball with 527,000, not too bad.
Which is okay. It takes him into first place right now, but Steve Ackley is right on his tail.
Steve is listening to the ocean.
The sea?
The sea.
Yeah.
You can see the witch staring at us right in the center of the playfield there.
Creepy.
All right, one more target on the left there for his bonus X. Let's see if he gets it. See, I would pass it over there, but some bonus points up in the top. Yeah, he's playing, using those upper flippers. Woo! Hey, you got the bonus.
I think that was the witch right there. One of the advantages of playing with the upper flippers is you can basically keep the, try and keep the ball on the upper playfield. The only place where that can work out poorly for you is if you take a shot with the upper left flipper to those drop targets with the angle. They can come right at you.
Yes. It's almost like they designed it.
They designed it to be evil?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. They're nice people over there.
All right, we got Nicholas. He won game number 1, so he just needs to hold his own. JPW, when are you going to play? I am top seed for the Seattle Pinball League this year. So I am not playing until the final round 10.
Yeah, and as our schedule goes, that'll be scheduled at around 9 o'clock, so it should start at around 2 in the morning. We'll be able to see Raymond play.
Yeah, we'll see when I actually start playing, but it'll definitely be way later in the day. Yeah, so if people aren't familiar with the format, it's basically Papa Circus style. The only modification is they are 3-game matches instead of single-game matches. And the top 2 move on for the first 4 rounds, just for time's sake, instead of having just one person get eliminated each round.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, once you get to the top 8, it's 3-game matches, only one person gets eliminated, and you go all the way.
Yeah, and Nicholas has an unfortunate second ball right there, which keeps him in third place going into Tim Tournay, currently in fourth place. But he's only played 1 ball, so he's got some time here to make it up. Long plunge
that was
around
a
and
good save.
Kinda out of control.
He got hosed.
Yep, and
I think he
tilts out of it at the end of it.
Did he tilt through?
Doesn't look like it, thankfully.
Okay.
So,
I don't think you can tilt through on these games. I think if the ball starts tilted, you'll just plunge it, and it'll just reserve your ball.
There you go. Okay.
But I'm not sure about that, so I wouldn't do it on purpose.
Don't test it. Tim Tournay.
I've always wondered about that rule. If you're allowed to walk up to your game and just tilt, like if you know it's going to give it to you back. I don't know.
Gonna let that cool down for a minute, eh?
Hey, yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and give us some entertainment in front of the camera.
Yeah, we actually got a lot of room for entertainment with Sea Witch. All right, Steve, let's see what you can do.
I
Nice
think
little
this is
slow plunge.
Aaron right now.
Is it? Oh, maybe it is, yeah. Garberding. Steve just wanted some camera time.
Everyone wants some camera time. Aaron's working on those drop targets in the upper right corner. As you can see, he's using the upper left flipper to, with the early plunge, or sorry, the early flip off the upper left, get it into the jet bumpers. And he was able to get it with a direct shot from the lower left flipper. Working right now on the center bank, he's only got one drop left to go.
Wow, he shot the impossible without even holding the flipper up. He shot it into the shooter lane there. Oh, wow. Super mega dialed skill shot.
And what does that do for you if you're able to
I have
plunge
no
it right
idea.
in the middle?
It just made a cool sound.
The sensory experience, part of pinball.
That was a good nudge.
And he tries to take it on the fly, and the second time he gets it.
So
Clears that bank.
Aaron is just super comfortable with this game. You can tell why he chose it. He loves this sort of game. He's played it a ton in League, played it a lot for fun. He just really knows how all the rolls go and how to use. See, look at that. He used the upper left flipper to pass it to the upper right flipper and then shot the loop around. It was beautiful.
And that's what's interesting about this game with its unconventional layout is that you really have to get used to this game if you're going to know how to make all those different moves.
An unfortunate outlane, but not too shabby.
Yeah,
he'll
he's
end the
gonna
ball
end
with probably 800 so.
Absolutely, which puts him just about double of the second place score right now, which is Steve Ackley, who comes up right now.
Pretty low.
No, yeah, pretty well.
That's what I got. I don't know if my score would be either. Trying to. What do you think I was doing on ball one?
Is the Hat gonna get a chance to play?
Just like you said, Steve making a grand entrance for us, making sure to
I think
entertain us.
he plans to go all the way. He told me that.
If he were to go all the way, he would be going all the way. He started, I believe, in the first round of the evening. So that would be quite a feat and a long day of pinball. He's playing right now. He just narrowly avoided a house ball, trying to get it. Unfortunately, can't get it to a flipper. Brings out the left out lane.
So he'll finish up about the same place he started that ball with 473,000. So now up is Nicholas, and if you're Nicholas, you really just want to get your 2 points. You don't need first necessarily because he won the first game, so he just needs to find a couple 100,000, which should be pretty easy to do on Sea Witch. Might be an instance where you might not take the risky shots if you don't need to. Maybe just shoot, orbits or spinners or just shots that are safer, I guess. Nothing's really safe on this game.
That's right. So, as you mentioned, Nicholas picking up the win in the last game, starts with 4 points going into this game, wanting to do the best that he can. He's in third place right now.
Oh, I like that. See, so like I was saying, he was aiming for the bumpers with that upper left flipper because it's a lot safer than aiming for the center targets.
Yep, the center targets can, the way that they're angled, send the ball right down the middle, whereas the jet bumpers are going to possibly hit those targets that you were talking about earlier, the green targets as well as the other drops.
That was
up
a
there.
good shot with the upper right flipper into the jump bumper area. Perfect shot, except he got hosed. He didn't get... Oh.
I think he nailed actually a couple of the first two, but looks like he tilted it out, which means that he's going to end. He's going to end in third place with Tim. Going to try and go ahead and pass him right now.
That was a bummer. He was really starting to get it going there.
Mm-hmm.
I see someone in the chat said you can totally do that on old Stearns. Just test the tilt before you plunge.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could. I don't know if there's rulings against that. I don't know if it's worth it. Look at the tilt bob swinging, so...
You go ahead and try and then tell me how it goes.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, gets 3 of the center bank.
Nice.
Nicks
Look
it
at
off.
that.
Yep. And then, just like you said, does the early plunge from the upper flipper. Unfortunately, goes straight down the middle, which means this game is over with Tim Tournay in 4th place, Nicholas Polimenakos in 3rd place. We've got
All
Aaron.
right, I got to go move the camera.
Absolutely. Is that Aaron at 800,000? Does Aaron have 1st place, or does Steve have 1st place?
That would be Aaron. Aaron 800K.
Aaron has 1st place. Steve has 2nd place. Nicholas has 3rd place. And Tim has 4th place. We're going to go ahead and add up the scores, and then we're going to go ahead and find out what the 3rd game of the round is going to be.
Aaron's 4, the winner. Steve in 2nd place.
Yep. Nick got 1, and Tim got 0. Alright, so the next pick goes back to the...
So Nicholas has top, yeah. So Nicholas, the gamer position?
What should I pick? Super Soccer or 24?
That's your choice, dude. Or position.
If I make it, then I gotta play first.
It's 4-2.
4-2-1-0.
Between those two, I think I don't have a quarter, but
2 people with 5, 2 people with 2. Go for whatever you feel in your
Super
heart.
Soccer.
I like that pick.
right. I'll take
Green
it
is
at
mine.
4.
Green is mine.
It's also 5 balls, so
See anything else up
it
there?
gives you some time.
I'll take 4
So,
position.
okay, you want 4th position, Aaron? And then, who gets to pick the next one? So, Raymond, tell me if I have this right. So, for next position, Aaron got to pick because he's the next seed.
Yeah.
So the next position will go to.
Well, actually, no. Nicholas picked, right?
Well, Nick picked game.
Yeah. And so then Aaron got to pick the position.
Yeah, and then the next position pick would go to Steven or Tim. Tim, based on his performance in the last round.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tim. And he'll go.
Like I said, the only way either one of us is going to advance is to get
On see which Aaron ended in 1st place, pick himself 4 extra points. Steve picked up 2nd place for 2 points. Nick picked up 3rd place for 1 point. Tim with last place for 0 points means
Wow, I
that
nailed the game though.
after the 2nd game,
Something new.
Aaron and Nick are tied for 1st place with 5 points each. And then Tim and Steve both have 2 points each.
And we had one malfunction on this game, so let's keep our fingers crossed.
Okay. What was the malfunction?
Which malfunction was it went into the trough and it didn't kick off the bonus, and then we think the stepper got kind of stuck. It was definitely not the switch because we proved it. We got it back out, but we had to do some weird stuff. We were able to finish, but we had to clear the game and let him set it up because they were on ball 5. So it was just kind of a weird deal. I mean, I'm just hoping it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, we'll probably knock it out.
Where's the spreadsheet?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do we have some paper I can like write down what you have here?
Some notes so you can do some
Yeah.
commentary.
Matt's okay.
Hey, Dad.
Just takes a picture. Yeah, set this over there, Owen.
Where?
By the computer.
Is this thing ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. You do me a favor, tournament helper.
Yeah.
Can you press the players in?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
Are there prizes for the best players?
Yeah, $50 and $30 and
Win that money,
There's
just
some
win it.
prizes.
How many people have done it so far?
Only 2 or 3.
Uh,
I'm gonna go do mine after this. And then we can She sat me where you wanted to be picked up,
Dale.
Actually, Owen, I'll just say.
Is that Maka there in the chat room? All right, so. Here,
Okay.
better.
Yeah, but you could do something else for 2 weeks. Hey, yeah! Woo! Woo! Oh, soccer.
The point totals are Tim Tournay with 2 points, Steve Ackley with 2 points, Aaron Garberding with 5 points, and Nicholas Polimenakos with 5 points. All right, we are still on ball 1, player 4, Super Soccer. This game's going to be the death of us, Aaron Garberding says. It is looking that way. So I don't know why people aren't just taking their sweet time on the plunge. It's a free 1,000 points if you get it in that lit light on the far right there. You can do that just by plunging soft over and over again. Oh! I've noticed that on this game. If you miss that spinner, it goes straight down the middle. I find myself shooting late a lot of times on EMs. I think it has to do with the way the flippers are structured and the power of them. You usually want to flip early.
Yeah, the flippers are definitely a lot slower on EMs, and that's possibly because they only use one flipper coil, whereas on the later games you're going to have the high power and the low power, which means that when you flip, it flips really hard, whereas it's a little bit lower power on the flip on the EMs because you can't burn out the only coil that they have. So Nicholas starts his second ball right here. No one has a breakaway ball on their first ball of Super Soccer, which is a 5-ball game, so they're all going to have time. Unfortunately, Nicholas doesn't do anything on ball 2.
He almost jiggled it out of there.
He gave it his shot, definitely.
That was like a the KME outlane shimmy. All right. So, I mean, this game doesn't... It's interesting, right? If everyone's doing bad, it's fine, because one ball can be a good ball. But as soon as someone jumps out ahead, your bad balls hurt you a lot more simply because the scoring is so capped. Like, you can only get about 20K per ball, usually, like unless you are able to collect bonus over and over again.
Yeah, what Raymond is talking about is the most points in this game come from the bonus balls that line up through spins and through the skill shot on the top, and once it maxes out, the only way to collect it is to either drain or to shoot the hole in the upper left. Steve starts his ball right now, misses the skill shot, but trying to get it under control. He's got it on the right flipper. And then it looked like he was going to shoot where that hole was. Unfortunately, it rebounds and straight down the middle, which means that Steve pretty much stays where he is, too, so no one's had a breakout ball on Super Soccer yet.
Similar to real soccer.
Low scoring, yes. Tim Tournay starting his ball 2.
Hey, you got a special.
Which is unfortunately worth absolutely nothing on this game right now.
Huh.
That's the hole that you want, but unfortunately he didn't have the bonus he wanted when he collected it. He started to rack up a couple bonus balls right now, which means that if he were to shoot back into that upper left corner, he would actually collect them now. So that's 2,000 that he's able to put down on his score. Tim building those bonus balls back up. Knocking on the side of the game to try and control its bounce. Oh, that was a very dangerous little move, but kept it under control. Harder to trap on these old games as well. Unfortunately, Tim lets that one go, but by letting it go, he was able to pick up that 3,000 in bonus that he had queued up, which means that he pulls into first place right now. No one's had a breakout game yet. That's the best ball that we've had so far on Super Soccer during this game. The standings, Nicholas and Aaron both in the lead with 5 points each. Steve and Tim each with 2 points, and this will be the final game of this round. Aaron, one of our 5-pointers, almost recovered that one from the grave, but unfortunately didn't. Which means that after a couple balls of Super Soccer, Aaron and Tim are in the lead, Nicholas and Steve behind. But again, without a single breakaway ball yet, it's still anyone's game. Plus, at the end, ball 5 is worth double bonus, which means that you can absolutely take it down at the very end. Nicholas starts his ball 3 right now on this 5-ball game. He's trying to short plunge to get those bonus balls in the 2 right lanes. He gets it, which starts him off with a bonus ball. And unfortunately, he tilts it away.
Tilting it away, that's something you do not want to do.
You don't want to do it on Super Soccer. He only had 1,000, and he went ahead and went for it. But unfortunately, another thing with these EMs is, they've got a nice flipper gap right there and no tilt warnings, which means that when it's trying to say goodbye, you often just have to say goodbye.
It's definitely an art form, knowing when the extra 1,000 points is worth the risk. Because if you do get away with it, it's basically like an extra ball.
Absolutely.
So we're waiting Steve Ackley, who's in line.
Steve Ackley going into his 3rd ball currently with the 4th place score, but because no one's had a breakup ball yet, he could absolutely surpass everyone on this ball if he was able to rack up the bonus balls and then take it down once or twice.
I hate to say it, but I feel like the game is might have something different to say. I feel like once, like for everyone, I don't think it's going to be hard. I don't know. When a game is going the way that a game goes, it's like just drain. I mean, that's just my opinion.
You can get into that state of mind, absolutely.
I'm glad I'm not playing it right now, or else it would happen to me for sure.
Absolutely, yes. No, we'll see you at 2 a.m. when we're ready to play the last round of the night.
But yeah, no, with the right mindset and a little bit of luck and nailing some spinners.
My turn, right?
Easy.
All right, just make sure.
Looks like Steve knows that he's up now. Let's see if he does a short plunge as well. He doesn't, but he gets the bounce, and
it's good.
And he gets it.
It's pretty hard to miss those ones. It's like angled. Oh,
and
look at this.
He keeps on getting it, so that's 3,000 points that he has queued up right now.
Ooh.
Good recovery right there. The second miss of the spinner. You miss that spinner, it's dangerous because there's rubber on those posts around there, and it comes right back at you.
That was interesting. Got some spinner credit, even though he missed the spinner. It just kind of snagged the side of it like that.
Oh.
4,000 in bonus queued up. If he doesn't tilt, he's up to 10,000 right now. And there he goes. He's going to end the. He's going to end the game or end the ball with 10,000.
I like how you could hear him knocking on the side of the cabinet as it was floating through the middle of the playfield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that has any impact on the ball, but hey, whatever makes you feel.
Absolutely. Everyone has their own little way of trying to move the game and interact with the ball as it's going.
Only 2 from the mystery bonus that time.
Tim's in first place right now as we start ball 3, and he's built himself up a couple thousand in bonus balls right now, and that's going to take him to 19,000 points.
Oh, he's got his gate open on the right side now, so if he goes down the right out lane, he will get a chance to plunge the ball. Okay.
Just like you said.
Just
and it
like
looks
that.
like he's going to try and use that opportunity to get the extra bonus ball, and he makes it.
That was,
and
I
unfortunately,
do not,
he makes it right down the middle.
that is what scares me about this game, is some plunges just don't even make it to the flipper.
Absolutely. That's why it's a 5-ball game, though, because if the game takes it away, you have to have a few opportunities to control it. Nicholas starts ball 4 right now.
Looks like he made a skill shot. Looks like there's more and more skill shots each ball.
That's right. And, of course, they stay lit, which means that you can keep on picking up more bonus balls. It's another reason why this game is weighted towards the end, which means that even if you're behind in the beginning, there's always an opportunity to pick it up on
That was a
ball 4 and
nice
5.
dead pass. See, he didn't flip the ball and got to pass it over and gain control. That
Whoa.
man, he is oh, almost.
This mystery gives him 1 on that one.
You know, I kind of like the that idea of oh, that was not so good. Of you were noticing he was just kind of hitting those side advanced bonus targets,
Yes.
and you know why not? Instead of trying to,
I'll tell you why not.
well, here let me finish.
All right.
Instead of trying to play with your food, and when the ball's down towards your flipper is going kind of funky, instead of trying to play with it or shoot it up into a spinner that might hit a post, maybe wait a little bit and try to reflex it in that area.
Sure.
Like if you know you're not going to be in control anyway, you might as well get some points for it, and it paid off for Nicholas there.
Sure. You're saying if the ball's there, then that's the shot to take, because what's underneath that? The slingshot and then an
Exactly.
alley pass. So
Exactly.
you're not going to want to do that. Absolutely. Hi, Steve's hat. Hi, Steve. Getting ready for his round. We can hear him.
Hey, Pinball Joe. I'm guessing that Joe Saeed probably. How's it going? I'm glad you could tune in. Sorry, our webcam is. I can scoot closer than that. But,
Hey, buddy. If you're just joining us, this is round 4, I believe, of the Seattle Pinball 2014 champions. We're playing ball 4. This is Steve, who's been with us from the beginning. So he's been playing a lot of pinball so far, and he's continuing with a pretty good round. He just picked up a bonus collect, which gave him 4,000 points, which has advanced him near first
that was
place
an
right
awesome
now.
shot.
Yeah.
All right, so he's lining up for a really big ball here. He needs it too because he only has 2 points going into this round. Or going into this game.
It's going to be the top 2 players from this round who are going to move on to the next one. Nicholas and Aaron
Okay,
both have 4
I can now confirm the center pop bumper is worth 1,000 points.
That's interesting.
I saw him go from 21,000 to 23,000 with 2 hits to that center pop bumper.
So that means right up the middle through the spinner would be good. Unfortunately, Steve ends the game, or ends the ball with 28,000. He's still got his next ball, which is the double bonus ball to go. And he's pulled into a little bit of first place right now. Tim is about 9,000 behind him.
Okay, he does not want to miss out on his free points, and rightfully so. Oh, it would have been funny if he did there. I like it. He's
That knocking that you're talking
playing
about.
some drums.
Trying to control the game any which way you can. Unfortunately, he's not able to pull into first place yet. He's still got his double bonus ball to come next ball, though.
That was Tim.
And now we have Aaron up. Aaron is one of the 2 players who have 5 points going into this round, which means that he doesn't need a win to continue, but he definitely likes something better than last place, which is where he's starting. but he's got an extra ball to play, so let's see what he can do.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I probably would have dropped catch there, but that's okay. Still, same result. Oh, there we go.
See what you're saying about playing with the food there. It's
Yeah.
super squirrely when it's right down there in the middle.
that was that was an impressive amount of post shooting, is what someone just said.
Aaron and Nicholas, who are the two players that are coming into this round with 5 points, are both tied for third and fourth place right now. Steve and Tim, who are coming into this with 2 points each, are both in first and second place right now. So let's go ahead and
All right, we're on the money
see what
ball
we can
now.
do. Absolutely, it's the
I'm
double
not
bonus
talking
ball.
I'm not talking the Brad Pitt money ball. I'm talking the double bonus ball. So
The real money, the points.
So what he doesn't want to do is miss all 4 of those lanes. All right, he's safe from there. Ooh, I've seen this one drain. Okay.
So each one of those bonus balls is worth 2,000 right now.
Oh, that was.
And it's worth 0, which means that
He had to do it though. He had to do something because he had nothing to lose. He was already in last place.
maybe, right? He could have picked up 2 more thousand, and he's currently hanging on to a very, very narrow third place.
Yeah.
So he can use any point that he can get to put in
That is true.
distance between
That is
him
true.
and Aaron right now.
If Aaron Garberding had a actual house ball, he would have held on to a point. As it stands, we'll see if that comes back to bite him.
Absolutely. It's going to be the top 2 from this round that are going to move on to the next. We start Steve. He comes in with 2 points. He's currently in first place. Let's see what he can do. He's not able to put any more distance, but he ends up in first place. Thanks very much, Steve. He ends up in first place right now with Tim and Aaron still with a ball each to play.
I'll try.
All right, we got Tim Tournay. He wants his free 2,000.
I'm back.
He knew that was going out. Okay, he passed. Ackley's not happy about that.
Ackley's not happy at all because Tim has just pulled into first place right now.
I
Aaron's
think
behind him.
I think Steve Ackley is done.
Is that what that means?
I think so.
The best that he can do right now is pull up second place, which is going to be 2 points for a total of 4, and you're right, that's not going to be enough to advance.
Yeah, because Tim is already guaranteed. Yeah, Tim's going to end up with 6 if he stays in the lead.
If he stays, yeah, but it's just Steve can't get enough points to make up the distance. Unfortunately, that's it. Looks like Tim pulls up first place, Steve in second place. We've got Aaron in third place, Nicholas in fourth place, which means that advancing, we're going to have Tim, and it looks like Aaron are going to be advancing to the next round of the 2014 Seattle Pinball League Finals.
Would you have did an extra 1,000 that Tim beat you by? Would that have been a tiebreaker? Or
No, I would have advanced and he would have not.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's 4-2-1.
Because we both had 2, so the only way either Tim or I could have advanced was to get first.
How you doing, Nicholas?
I'm doing shitty.
Sorry. Trust me, we got the both of the eliminated players right now broadcasting, so we can go ahead and regale each other with our sorrow.
There's several things here. I tilted 2 of those balls. So that's at least two G's, right? 2,000.
Absolutely.
Second, I wasn't going to pick this game.
Okay.
And I'm confident or glad that I did pick it because Tim and Steve like to play DMDs. The 24 and the getaway. I was going to pick getaway, but I'm like, no, I'm going to pick Super Soccer. I think, just to shake it up. And my strategy, I think, was still good. You still have to perform and play well.
I think so. It's not that anyone had a takeaway game or even a takeaway ball on Super Soccer. It was pretty low scoring all up, but unfortunately, both of the people who came into this round with 2 points end up picking up first and second place.
Yeah,
it worked out for Tim. It didn't quite work out for Steve, which means that going into the next round, we're going to have Tim, we're going to have Aaron, and we're going to have seeds numbers 7 and 8 who are going to be joining us for round 4 of the Seattle Pinball League finals.
I almost think that the Sea-Witch game actually was the more critical game here in the last 3 games, the last round actually. I just the way the game was going, so on and so forth. And if I think about it for me, if I just would have picked up another point on that round, I wouldn't have even been in this position here. So that's the way it goes.
Absolutely.
That's
Always the retrospective. If we were talking about my game, I made several misses on Getaway, my pick of the game, that I could have absolutely kept. I remember the drain, right? You remember the first ball drain where you go ahead and do the little flub, and I think I flipped it. We'll go back to the video and see if anyone can confirm. I'm pretty sure that I flipped it with the tip of the right flipper underneath the left flipper and out. And that's just how it goes.
It's funny, when I saw the games this week, I had my strategy. I was actually going to pick Getaway, 24, and Sea-Witch. Just watching the game, so on and so forth, I switched up. Again, you still have to perform no matter who picks the game, so on and so forth. I will tell you, after playing the Super Soccer, anybody's in the house listening who's going to play the next couple rounds is on the top right of the table. It bounces off that rail, and it comes right down the middle. It's like that's the place you don't want the ball to go. Anywhere else, you got a chance. But when it's coming off of there, it happened to me. It happened to everybody in the last game. There you go. That's
I think
one thing
I know what you're talking about. Does it have a little post
Yes.
right above the lower right stand-up target that goes ahead and sends it up and about? Absolutely. So
it does this little bump over, and then it just comes over. Sometimes you can catch it with the top of your right flipper, but it's not happening.